Hi guys, Jamie Humphries here for Six String Alliance, and today we are taking a look at the Carl Martin Panama Overdrive pedal. So today we're taking a look at the Carl Martin Panama pedal. Now, I was first introduced to this pedal a year ago when I was in Germany at my first 42 Gear Street, when I went to 42 Gear Street 2. And then on my return journey to 42 Gear Street 3, my friends at Face Audio in Germany said, please check out this pedal. We know that you're a Van Halen fan. Check this pedal out and see what you think. Now, I didn't get much of an opportunity to play the pedal when I was in Germany. So I didn't get any opportunity to play the pedal when I was in Germany, just due to the schedule there. So the guy said, look, take the pedal home with you. If you like it, please do a demo. So obviously I did a video on the Panama Solo a couple of weeks ago to celebrate Eddie Van Halen's life and to pay tribute to him for the year since he passed away. And so I decided to use the Panama pedal for that. It's the first time I plugged it in. I wasn't, to be honest with you, I wasn't expecting much. I thought it's just going to be an overdrive pedal. I'm not a massive fan of overdrive pedals, says the person who's got loads of overdrive pedals and lots of overdrive pedal demos on his page. But I've always been a little bit more of a fan of the sound of a driven amp and then using either a treble booster or a clean boost on top to push the amp a little bit harder. It's just what I prefer. I have got some great overdrive pedals, but it's just always the way that I play. Plus the fact I play Mesa Boogie amps most of the time, which have got truckloads of great valve gain. So when I plugged the Panama pedal in, I was completely blown away by it. Normally, if I do use an overdrive pedal, I always tend to use it on either a push clean channel or on a mildly driven overdrive channel. So it's almost like a sort of vintage amp just starting to crunch and then putting the pedal on top. But this pedal sounded so fantastic, I went straight into the clean channel. Now, Carl Martin pedals need no long introduction. They've been around for many years. I've had a variety of different Carl Martin products over the years, and they're based just down the road from me here in Stockholm, Sweden. We're just down the road. They're in Denmark, so it's not that far away. But I guess they're best known for their range of plexi-style pedals. This pedal is absolutely fantastic, I have to say. I'm really blown away by it. It's meant to be like a sort of hot-rodded British tone, a British-style amplifier, giving you that classic sound of the 1980s. Now, obviously, the clue is in the name of this pedal, the Panama pedal. It's meant to give you that Van Halen-esque sound. I always hate sort of saying this pedal will make you sound like someone, because most of the sound comes out of someone's hands and obviously the environment that they're in. But this pedal does a pretty good brown sound, and I think it's just a great, fantastic sounding overdrive pedal. It's got truckloads of gain, and it's got quite an interesting feature to it that cleans up the low end, which is something that I always gripe about when using overdrive pedals. So to kick things off, let's take a look at the pedal. It's quite a small pedal. The input and output jacks are on the top here. Plus we have the 9-volt adapter there. It's a little bit cramped in there. Semi-space saving on your pedal board. I guess having the input and output up there means that you can push pedals up a little bit closer on the pedal board. We have 4 controls. We have the gain control, which is pretty self-explanatory. We have the level control. So if you're running that into a clean amplifier, you can use that to set the balance between the clean sound of your amp and then when the pedal is turned on. Or you can use it to push it a little bit more if you want to have a slight volume boost when you're playing solos. Or also the other way you can use it is if you run a slightly driven amp, you can of course use a combination of the gain control and the volume control to push the front end of your amplifier to get your desired tone. Down here, we have the dampening control and we have the tone control. We just have a single tone control all the way sort of counterclockwise is going to be for darker tones, and pushing it all the way clockwise is going to give you a much brighter tones. But the interesting control that I wanted to look at is the dampening control. Now, what that does, if we turn the dampening control all the way off, that is not affecting the low end. So you're getting quite a bassy sort of sound and you're getting quite a thick tone. And as you start to engage or turn up this control, what it will actually start to do is to roll off and tighten up the low end of your sound. So you will get a much more aggressive sounding distortion that's a lot clearer. Now, I really like that control. I think that's a really good addition to this pedal, and I found that to be really useful. Before we get into listening to some isolated tones, let's just talk about the gear that I'm running today. Guitar of choice had to be my Frankie, and this is tuned to E flat. I'm running into my kind of go-to studio setup, which is the Mesa Mini Rec, and I'm plugged into Cab Clone IR Plus, and that's going direct into my audio interface. So now let's have a listen to some tones. First of all, here is my core clean tone on the bridge humbucker. Let's set everything halfway. I always think that's a good place to start. Let's turn the pedal off and have a listen. Okay, that sounds really good. It's absolutely fantastic. Let's drop the gain control down, shall we? Let's have a listen to how low we can get the gain. Bring the gain up slightly. Already, even at 9 o'clock, there is a hell of a lot of drive. Let's push that up further. Keep going. Lots of gain. Let's go flat out gain. This is all the way up. Not really noticing too much of an increase of gain from sort of 9 o'clock upwards, if I'm honest with you. It's a little bit too saturated for me up there. I kind of found around the middle, halfway, or just past. Sounds fantastic. Let's have a listen to the tone control now. Let's roll it all the way off. It's going to be quite dark. push it up to about 9 o'clock. Let's go up a little bit more, just under halfway. Oh, that's nice. I like that. It's a nice thick tone. Let's go to halfway. Up a bit further. Let's just go quarter past. Never decide how far to go with the controls. Must admit, I kind of like it around the halfway mark, either just below or halfway, or just past, to be honest. Adds a nice little crispness to the top end of the sound. Now let's bring in, we've been using the dampening control about halfway. Let's turn that all the way off and push the gain up quite far. Let's push the gain up to about 3 o'clock. Bring the tone control to the mid setting. It's getting quite thick, that. Now, as we start to increase this control, starting to roll off some of that low end, so you're not getting as much sort of flub. If you pull that control down, but then if we push it up, you can hear that's a lot more defined sounding. I think that's kind of nice for your lead tones. Back that off slightly, so maybe just sort of past that halfway point. I think that was where I was using it. Well, I was around there, either the halfway or just over. Sounds great. Fantastic pedal. Let's turn off the pedal now and go on to my neck single coil. Yes, the neck single coil on my Frankie works. Let's set everything halfway again. Let's have a listen to some single coil tones now. Drop off a little bit of the tone, push the gain a bit. Pop out my sounds really, really nice. I like that. Yeah, pull that. We can clean the low end up slightly with the gain pushed. loads of fun, this pedal. I think this is fantastic. It's got in loads and loads of gain within there. There's quite a lot of scope as well for you to tailor your sound. You know, if you want to tighten up the low end with the dampening control, I think that's a really powerful control. That. Let's have a listen. Actually, I'll just put my D tuner back in. And where did I have it set on the introduction? I think I had that sort of about there, that around there. It was a little bit more gain. I believe it was somewhere like that. I can't remember where I had it set when I was doing the playthrough, but it's kind of a ballpark. But that Panama sound. It's got that roundness to it, but you can you know, push a little bit more that crisp top end. All your harmonics and stuff really jump out as well. So there you go, guys. If you're looking for a Van Halen-esque, like I said, don't really like to say that, although the name is hinting at that. It's an 80s style hot-rodded British amp sound. So it will do a whole lot more than that. It will do some more subtle overdriven tones. You know, it's just a really nice pedal to play around with. So much going on with the pedal, you know, I could sit here for hours messing around with it. But yeah, if you're in the market for a really powerful overdrive pedal with plenty of gain and lots of tonal options that will give you that sort of 80s hard rock sound, and isn't too complicated to work as well. I like the fact it hasn't got lots of little dip switches and other little things, you know, 4 controls, nice and straightforward. So check out the Carl Martin Panama pedal. You can click on the links in the description below. So that's it for me. Hope you've enjoyed this demo, and I'll see you very soon here for more lessons and more demos. Bye for now.